I dug a broken jar out of the dirt. At that moment, I had no idea how valuable it was. It was going to completely change my life, so I used it to hold milk. Then I went back to work, but suddenly, I noticed milk flowing down to my feet. When I looked up, I was stunned. The milk inside the jar was pouring out non-stop. I had no idea what was going on, so I could only pour the milk into a bucket. But 1 bucket, 2 buckets, 3 buckets, still couldn't finish it. It just couldn't be finished. Then I wanted to study it carefully, but the moment I flipped the jar over, the milk inside was gone. Turns out as long as I held it upside down, the milk disappeared. I got super excited because I knew I was about to get rich. Soon, I became a milk tycoon. My little grass hut turned into a big villa, but because I suddenly got rich, I quickly attracted 2 thieves. They sneaked into my house and pried open the safe, but they found only a broken jar. The thieves thought since I locked the jar in the safe, it must be something special, so they planned to steal it first. But their noise woke up the guard. The guard quickly got up to chase them. He finally caught up, but with one swing of his stick, the treasure jar fell into the rushing river. From then on, the treasure jar disappeared. Years later, Emma found it by the river. Since she sold rice cakes, she used the jar to hold rice cakes. And the rice cakes kept growing more and more, and Emma was smart. She put a banknote inside, and instantly, countless banknotes appeared in the jar. She was afraid others would discover the secret of the treasure jar, so she buried it under a cowshed, then took the money and deposited it in the bank. But she didn't know this action would bring her disaster, because the treasure jar had a fatal flaw. The things it created were like copy-paste, so all the banknotes had the exact same serial number, so Emma was treated as a counterfeit criminal and sentenced to 50 years. But life in prison was tough. She was beaten by the prison bully every day. One day, the bully grabbed her and pushed her hard. But the new inmate, Annie, caught her. The bully warned Sister Saw not to meddle, but Annie was not someone to mess with. The scene stunned all the inmates around. Then Sister Saw rolled up her sleeve and kicked the prison bully in the stomach again. From then on, the bully never dared to act tough, seeing how Annie helped her. Emma decided to repay her, since she still had 50 years to serve. She told Annie about the treasure jar. She wanted Annie to dig it out after getting out of prison, and hoped she would use the treasure jar to do good. But what Emma didn't know was that Annie and her partner Ellie were 2 thieves wanted by the country.